One, this is something which has been on my mind for quite some time. I often wonder about the extent and as well as the manners in which YouTube is promoting itself to different advertisers. I somehow feel I'm an Indian. I'm from India, and I'm a published Google AdSense publisher. I publish content on different sites, on certain YouTube channels, on behalf of clients as well as for myself across various YouTube channels as well as other blogs, etc. And I cross link them, work a lot on that. But often what the impression that I get is that there seem to be relatively limited number of advertisers compared to the overall potential and as well as compared to the overall reach of YouTube today, which I think across the world it's been pretty high for quite some time. But in recent times I feel that even here in India, people are taking to platforms like YouTube in a really, really big way. So the point that I'm trying to make is that I think compared to the potential, there are very few advertisers. So and I feel as long as the number of advertisers would be few, the revenues being generated to us publishers would also remain relatively less. So what I think YouTube needs to promote itself in a much bigger and better fashion wherein it can draw more and more clients. And sometimes I feel clients at a local level, say I'm in the city of Delhi, so there are a lot of Delhi based clients who would probably be very happy to promote themselves at a local level, knowing, say, the specific neighborhood where I am situated. There are a lot of retailers around here. There are big shops, big businesses also, which are you know located within the vicinity. I feel if YouTube can promote itself like Google, general Google AdSense, otherwise on say Gmail, especially, I've seen that it's so targeted. It's so targeted. I can make out that if my email has certain content, then I'll probably see ads on the side or on top which are kind of relevant to the content of my email. To some extent, it is scary because it seems to showcase the fact that Google seems to have access to my email content. But nonetheless, I think there's also an element wherein I feel that the number of advertisers are relatively much less than what the potential is. So many of us, especially us, the relatively younger population, we are taking to YouTube in such a big way. We are uploading, we are watching all the time. Those who have the requisite software, they are downloading videos from YouTube. They're doing so much. Our life seems to revolve around YouTube in so many different dimensions. We decide whether to go for a movie based on YouTube reviews that we see. We look up songs and then decide whether should we buy that particular album or not. We look up mobile phone videos and then decide whether we should go in for that particular model of a cell phone or not. So there are myriad ways in which YouTube is impacting our lives so positively. But compared to that, I somehow feel that the number of advertisers are very less, and especially when I consider the fact that there's enormous potential. So I think when more and more, say, localized as well as in generally speaking, there are so many brands which I feel they're not yet harnessing the power of YouTube completely, and probably many are not even aware that advertising on YouTube will make a lot of sense. So I think maybe it's a two-way process wherein YouTube markets itself to advertisers, and potential advertisers who are not yet on YouTube, they realize the enormous amount of potential that YouTube has and the kind of viewership that many of its videos get. So for them, being showcased on YouTube will definitely be a huge advantage, huge advantage. So I think they should also think about it. And YouTube on its part, if it can market itself better. Sometimes I feel having a localized presence, why not say in major, again coming back to my own country, India, if I look at the major cities like say Delhi or Bombay or Calcutta, why not have certain maybe say physical offices where I can just walk in and if I'm a potential advertiser, or maybe at least have some sort of a number where I can just call up and speak to and say that okay, hey, I have this marketing campaign which I think I would like to run on YouTube and maybe on through Google AdSense across multiple sites. Yeah, I think all of that will work in the interest of Google as well as interest of advertisers. So thank you for listening in, and I hope my suggestions are paid heed to. Thank you so much.